Hey, you're at Steve Morris Engines. I'm Steve Morris. This is the engine that we just got done with for Al Sally. And Al is out of Tampa, Florida. And this is for his 1972 Impala for Donk Racing. Now, this is a 427 cubic inch LS. It's got a mass 305 cylinder head that we do when we do our modifications to them here. One of our billet intake manifolds, still a lower profile design to keep things, sleek and under the hood. You'll see here that our normal setup. Now this is the iron block version. Like I said, the mass 305 heads, all our parts and all our componentry in it. And now this one is still wet sump, and you can see the hair dryers out here. So this has twin 76s. So these are a twin 76 billet wheel Steve Morris edition turbo that we have Bullseye Power do for us. And of course this is all of our normal turbo header setup. Now this does have a one of our solid roller cam shafts in it because we are looking to make some more horsepower. Now L is also going to be driving this car quite a bit, along with racing it. So this whole combination, this whole package can make up there. I mean, the engine's good for in that 2400-ish horsepower if we really lean on it. And that's really leaning on LS stuff, it really is. And the turbos are good for about that same horsepower, leaning on it. That's not what we're really hunting for. We want to make a really nice, good, clean, solid, 2,000 plus horsepower. So you can see it's intercooled on gasoline. So not a methanol deal, but intercooled on gas. Twin 76s, 427 cubic inch. This one happens to have Holley EFI. Like I said, we always say we do also do these with Fuel Tech and whatnot. And L is actually here came up from Tampa, so I can do a little bit of training with him and go over stuff on the EFI and show him how to do things and what he's going to need to do in the future. And then of course I work with people all the time at the track or wherever we need to go. So anyways, real good piece, and this is capable of still running on pump gas, driving it anywhere he wants. And then race gas for any of the race gas tunes or any racing. So anyways, I'm going to put the camera down and we'll make a pull on this thing and we'll go ahead and take a look at the numbers. We're also, before I let you go, we're also going to do, I'm not going to bother showing you, but this actually does make on wastegate spring only, so it's 7 psi boost, makes 1200 horsepower, which is really good. I mean, it's a nice combination. So I mean, 1200 horsepower at 7 psi. That's just on the wastegate spring. So that's the minimum amount of horsepower something like this will generate and do for them. And it does that because it has pretty big turbos for that level. Pretty big turbos, really good engine. That's just what they'll make. So I won't show you all those tunes and pulls in between. The 1200 horsepower, 15, 17. And then 2,000 horsepower. We'll just focus on this bigger pull that we're going to make right now. All right, so Now we just made one of our lower horsepower poles just at lower boost, but you can see right here, that is right where L wants it, right there. So 2,034 horsepower at 7,300 RPM. Now if you looked in the, you can see that the room gets a little bit sooty at the end there, and it's because in this instant we're blowing the wastegates back and I don't have it tied into the exhaust, so you see a little bit of soot from the just from the exhaust in the room. But the way the air blows through across the motor, I'll show you here, the way the air blows across through the motor and then goes out through the back panels there, it doesn't really get contaminated into the engine hardly at all. If it was a real long pole, it probably would, but the shorter pole like that, it doesn't. Torque, we're at 1470, and you know, like I talk about in other videos, is, you know, it's that boost, I'm sorry, that torque number is that high because I'm adding boost. That's our boost curve, how we're adding it in. Now in L's car, this thing is probably we're gonna have to start off somewhat soft and then progressively just keep on going, being in the tire and chassis that it's gonna have. It's gonna be a little hard pressed for traction, at least at first. So, but that's something pretty cool. I'll show you the boost and all that good jive. That was right at 20.9, so 21 pounds of boost right there, and all the way down you can see this boost curve climbing from 11 up to 20 pounds of boost. Really nice, sweet, just a good spot for it right there, for dub racing. That's going to be pretty wicked cool as he's building this car. So all cool?
All cool.
All cool. Alright, man, that's what we like to hear. So we're gonna do some I'm gonna be doing some training on the computer without, and showing them all the stuff that we're gonna do with that, and how to manage power and how to do a lot of those things once he gets this in the car. And then like normal, then I'll be able to help him once he's got it in the car and he's back down there in Florida. What part of Florida are you from?
Tampa.
In Tampa. He's gonna be in Tampa here in a few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.